Um, have you ever wondered what became of the infamous Vanderlinde gang after the events of Red Dead Redemption 2? Before diving into their fates, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. As the year 1899 rolled in, America was rapidly changing precipity. The law was tightening its grip, leaving little room for outlaws like the Vanderlyn gang. Uh, Once a formidable force, they found themselves in dire straits after a failed heist at Blackwater. While some members faced grim endings, others managed to carve out new lives. Uh, Arthur Morgan, the loyal enforcer, faced a tragic fate um, after contracting tuberculosis from a confrontation with a debtor. He fought valiantly against the Pinkertons in his final moments. He helped John Marston escape, only to succumb to his illness, watching the sunrise as he took his last breath. Um, Abigail Roberts, once an orphan, found solace in her family with John Marston. They settled in Beecher's Hope, but peace was short lived. In 1911, Abigail was kidnapped by government agents, leading to her husband's death. Uh, Overwhelmed by grief, she passed away in 1914, leaving behind a legacy of love and loss. Uh, uh, Bill Williamson, a brash former soldier, attempted to forge his own path after the gang's disbandment. He formed a new gang, but ultimately met his end at the hands of John Marston, who was compelled by the U.S. government to hunt him down. Charles Smith, a man of honor, sought a fresh start in maybe eventually have or skip the Arthur scale, or wouldn't take any place. A death made up the chaos, but as there is, and after a bastard this research, Dutch van der Linde, the charismatic leader spiraled into madness after betraying his closest allies. He vanished only to resurface years later, leading a ruthless gang. In a final confrontation with John, he chose to leak to his death rather than face capture. Hosea Matthews, the gang's voice of reason, met a tragic end during a heist. Captured by the Pinkertons, he was shot, leaving a void in the gang's leadership. Javier Squea, once loyal to Dutch, returned to Mexico after the gang's fall. He became an assassin for a powerful governor, but was ultimately hunted down by John Marston. John Marston, the reluctant hero, built a new life with Abigail. However, his past caught up with him when he was forced to hunt down his former gang members. In a final stand against the U.S. Army, he sacrificed himself to protect his family. Jack Marston, the last surviving member, was sheltered from the gang's violent past. However, he eventually sought revenge for his father's death, becoming an outlaw in his own right. Josiah Trelawney, the charming con man, left the gang to reunite with his family, finding peace in Saint Denis. Karen Jones, a spirited woman, fell into a downward spiral after the loss of John McGuire. Her struggles with alcoholism likely led to her untimely demise. Tyron Duffy, a young man caught in the wrong crowd, faced a brutal end at the hands of the O'Driscoll boys, a tragic victim of circumstance. Lenny Summers, a newcomer to the gang, was gunned down during a chaotic escape, leaving behind a legacy of unfulfilled potential character. Leopold Strauss, the gang's loan shark, was captured and killed by the Pinkertons, remaining loyal to the end. Mary Beth Gaskill, the youngest member, found success as a romance novelist, leaving her outlaw days behind. Mika Bell, the treacherous informant, met his end at the hands of John Marston. A fitting conclusion for a man who betrayed his own. Molly O'Shea, driven mad by her love for Dutch, was tragically killed in a moment of chaos, a victim of the Danes' internal strife. Orville Swanson, a recovering addict, that found redemption as a minister in New York, leaving his past behind. Sadie Adler transformed from a grieving widow into a skilled bounty hunter, seeking justice for her lost loved ones. Sean McGuire, the charming rogue, met a tragic end during an ambush, a reminder of the dangers that surrounded the gang. Simon Pearson, the camp cook, found peace as a shopkeeper in Rhodes, embracing a quieter life. Susan Grimshaw, the matriarch, was killed by Micah Bell. A heartbreaking loss for the gang. Tilly Jackson, a survivor, married a wealthy lawyer, leaving her outlaw past behind. Uncle, the lazy yet loyal figure, sacrificed himself during the U.S. Army's attack, a final act of devotion. And there you have it. The fates of the Vanderlyn gang members, each story a testament to the complexities of loyalty, love, and loss. Remember, if you ever feel down, just think